Here are 7 active team building icebreakers you can do with your students. Many of them require no prep. These icebreakers will have your students actively engaged and working with their teams as they complete the activity. Hello, I am MrsPTarleton, here to help you build trust with your students, which will boost productivity and performance in your classroom as students learn to become more aligned, motivated, and capable of working together in your classroom. Let's get into the 7 active icebreakers that involve physical movement. The team builder, the human knot, is a fun team builder. You're going to have students stand in a circle, and then they're going to reach out and grab hands with 2 different people across from them. This will create the tangled knot. The group then works together to untangle themselves without letting go of each other's hands. This will require students to communicate and problem solve as they untangle their knot without letting go of the hands they are holding. Now, sometimes the students do make a knot that is just way too good and may not be able to be solved. If this happens, I would just ask them to start over and create a new knot. The more students there are in a team, then of course the more difficult it is to untangle the knot. So if you want to start out slow, you could put 4 students in a group and have them make a knot and then unknot without releasing their hands. Then build up to larger groups. This is a fun activity that the students enjoy. Another team builder is a classic game of Simon Says, where one person gives instructions such as Simon says touch your nose, and the rest of the group follows the instructions. Anyone who performs an action without hearing Simon Says, they're out. Another fun team builder is group jumps. In group jumps, you're going to assign different movements to specific words or actions, such as jumping up whenever someone says a specific word, or clapping hands when a certain action is performed. You could read a story, or this could just be based on your lesson for the day. Now, this keeps the students engaged and active during a discussion or presentation because they do not want to miss the opportunity to jump or clap. Next up, we have scavenger hunts. These are another great active team builder. You're going to create a scavenger hunt where students have to find specific objects or complete certain tasks within a given time frame. They work in teams, and the first group to complete the hunt wins. Sometimes I use scavenger hunts when we explore the textbooks, having students find a particular word in the glossary or find the page number for a certain lesson. This gets them actively working in teams to explore their textbooks. Another fun, active team builder is balloon volleyball. You're going to divide the class into teams. You're going to use a balloon as your volleyball. Now, students must work together to keep the balloon in the air using any part of their body except their hands. The team that can keep the balloon up in the air the longest wins the game. Now, this next one is one my students really enjoy, and it is very low prep, but gets the students fully engaged. It's a 3x5 card tower with a twist. Each team of students, 3 to 5 students is usually what I put in a group, gets a stack of 3x5 cards. They talk with each other to come up with something they all have in common and write that thing that they have in common on the 3x5 card. Once they have something in common written on the 3x5 card, they can use that card to start building their tallest tower. They can only use a 3x5 card where they have written something they all have in common. This involves students communicating and some building skills to make the tallest tower that is still standing at the end of a set amount of time. The kids absolutely love this activity and really get into designing a strong tower while finding out what they have in common with their classmates. Now, this next one will take some prep, but would be fun for students to work in teams to complete an obstacle course. Set up an obstacle course using various objects, cones, ropes, or mats, and student must navigate the course by crawling under, jumping over, or maneuvering around the obstacle as quickly as possible. These active icebreakers can help energize students, promote teamwork, and create a fun, engaging environment. What team builders do you use? Now, if you are not in the mood for a lot of noise and a lot of activity and need some quiet team builders, check out this video. I'll see you there.